Thank you.
You want a hug? Come here. That's what I love about you the most. It's like your intuition.
That can't be all, though.
You want me to go into physical features? Like
No.
It's awkward. It's oaks galore. I don't even know why those people accepted each other's proposal unless it was just to be on TV. Because Hannah and Nick D and Leo and what's her name? Brittany. That was awkward. Very awkward. Very oaks galore. I don't even know why they said yes, and you could see that it wasn't going to last. Hannah and Nick, I don't even think will get to the altar. If they do, I think it will be a no. But anyway. And then you have Marissa saying yes to Ramses. Do I think that's a good idea? No. I think that's another no waiting to happen because I don't think she went on what the show is about. I think she went on physical attraction, and sadly, this is going to end in tears. But anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode 5. So we continue with this conversation between Brittany and Leo. I don't even know why. Because Brittany is going to continue to bang this on this man's head that I was not your first option. She wanted to be the first option. And it's sad that there were 15 guys. You were not their first option. So why are you nagging this man? At least he stayed around. Everybody else picked up and left. So take what you want and keep it moving. If you don't like him, leave him. Anyway, he proposes and she accepts his proposal. Am I surprised? No. She was never going to leave that bank. She was never going to leave that bank because she knows he's already bragged about his wealth. He's already spoken about how much he's inherited, the fact that he's inherited a lot of money, that he sells a lot of pricey art. She's not letting go. She wants to be a trophy wife. She's already owned that. So I'm not surprised. Anyway, you then have the reveal for Hannah and Nick D. That's a disaster. We don't even need to wait for 4 weeks. We can just say no now, please, and stop wasting our time. Because at the end of the day, they gave each other an idea of what they looked like, or he sort of thought she might be on the chubbyish side since she spoke about her mom hiding the food. But she never really said anything exactly about her weight. And then you have him talking about being a jock and working out and blah, blah, blah. So he gave her the impression that he was this built guy, you know, this steady guy. And so for her, you could see the disappointment as soon as the doors opened. Because she had already been talking about, oh, he's a jock, he's used to getting girls, he's this, that, he's a smooth talker. And when the doors open, he didn't meet what he sold. It was the Megan Fox situation all over again, except she didn't say it to his face. She only said it in a confessional that he doesn't look the way he described himself. He gave he oversold himself to her, and that's why she went for him. And I don't think she would have even been satisfied had she paired up with Leo, because they are both not the steady sort of type of guy she's looking for. And so their situation was awkward. It was oaks galore. If I hadn't seen the next reveal, I would have said they were the most awkward, but it was oaks galore. The fact that she sat sort of leaning away from him, although she kept kissing him, and then leaning away didn't make sense to me. You could tell he knew she wasn't impressed. You could tell he knew she wasn't impressed, and they didn't know what to do. And he was just trying to sort of just get along just because he wants to go on this trip to Mexico. Because everybody keeps talking about Mexico. I don't know. The Love is Blind have a contract with resorts in Mexico because everybody keeps already assuming that they're going to Mexico. I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens, but that was a toxic mess. Their reveal was a mess. Their body language was a mess. You know, after having seen the first 3, this was oaks galore. This was oaks galore. We could have done without saying it. Anyway, then you have Ramses go on a date with Marissa. That's another thing that I think should have ended. You all know that I'm not a fan of Ramses. The fact that he started crying before he got in the pod, and then in the pod he started talking, oh, you know, I'm an emotional guy. People have come in there, own whatever you want to say and say it and keep it moving. I feel like Marissa because she was told about his star signs. She's got this idea of what, their lovemaking will be like. So that's what she's stuck on. She's not stuck on the idea of the guy. She says, oh, I like that you. No, we haven't seen you laugh and be carefree like you were with Bowden. So I don't get it. Anyway, he proposes. She accepts. Am I surprised? No, she's the only option left because she's already broken things off with Bowden. So that's not a surprise. And then you have the most awkward reveal ever. I don't know what's going to happen with Marissa and Ramses, but this was awkward. Leo and Brittany. As soon as the doors opened, she realized she was debating: do I stay for the money or do I leave? Do I stay for the money or do I leave? That's the impression that I got. She wasn't impressed with what was standing in front of her. That's my opinion. She wasn't impressed by what was standing in front of her. What was standing in front of her, she didn't like. She did not like it all. And so it's sad and it's very disheartening that, she took away an opportunity for someone just because she was. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. And if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. She kept saying how she wanted to be a trophy wife. So am I surprised that she went for the guy with the money? No. Is anyone surprised? Let us be honest. No, she was always going to pick him. And so for her to see him and not be impressed by him, and then to carry on this conversation, this awkwardness, whereby they ended up going to sit in the women's area, sort of their prep area before the reveal, and they were talking. And so you could see that something was off. He kept trying to kiss her and she kept trying to evade the kisses. And then she asked him, instead of going to, because he was saying, when we go to Mexico, you'll see more, you'll get to know me more, you'll get to know more things that you like about me, because she was saying, oh, I hope you don't feel bad that I haven't said I love you. It's not that, I don't want to say it, but when I say it, I want to mean it. And it's like, you don't love him, you love his pocket. It's okay. It's okay. Even when he told her the things he loved about her, she went, oh, well, I love you regardless of the fact that you had me as an option. And it's like, seriously, of all the things you could think of, that's what you thought of. I think this is why she wanted them to go she says she wants to go to Miami instead of going to Mexico, and makes you question, why would you want to do that? Why are you not keen to go to Mexico? Is it because you don't want the cameras to catch you out when you're sort of misbehaving, or you feel like you won't be able to tolerate this man enough to play up for the cameras? Is that why you're saying you want to go to Miami? He agreed to go to Miami, and it's like, obviously he's got the money, he's going to do whatever he thinks makes her happy. So I can't wait to see what happens with that mess. But do I think they are an ideal match? No. Do I think they really like what they see? I think he likes the idea that he's paired with a beautiful girl that he likes. She is not impressed. She likes his pocket, and that's as far as it. So it's going to be a transactional relationship. I don't know how long that will last, but it's going to be transactional. So it's revealed that, Leo and Brittany, they were picked to be part of the group that went to Mexico, but they refused and they decided to go to Miami. A few weeks later, they broke up. Am I surprised? No. Is anyone else surprised? No, because she asked, what did I do? When asked, what do you love about me? She couldn't find a single thing to say about this guy. So is anyone shocked at all? No, we're not. We have to call a spade a spade. She never liked him. She liked the idea that he came from money. She liked the security that him coming from money gave her, because she said she wanted to be a trophy wife. So nobody should be surprised that she broke things off with him, or that he broke things off with her, maybe when he found out that, she really wasn't feeling him that way. Anyway, they revealed that, 6 couples this time were chosen to go to Mexico, because normally it's 5, but this time they chose 6. I think because some of them were so easygoing, the producers were worried there would be not enough drama. I think the 2 couples they were worried would not give them enough drama, but they wanted to feature were Gareth and Taylor and Ashley A and Tyler, because they have not been involved in love triangles. They've been smooth sailing. There hasn't been any drama or any gossip or any toxicity. So I think this is why they added an extra couple, because they wanted the drama. Anyway, the 6 couples going are Gareth and Taylor, Geek Squad, my favorite, Christian Mingle, Ashley A and Tyler, and then Hannah and Nick D for toxicity, Steven and Monica, I'm not sure. Tim and Alex, I liked them, but it seems something is a bit off with them, especially when they talk about the dog. I don't know what's going on with this dog. I wish someone could explain, unless I missed something and I'm not prepared to go back and look for what they said about this dog. And then you have Marissa and Ramses. everybody knows how I feel about this couple. I would have felt better if Marissa had gone for security and consistency, in my opinion, and empathy, which is what I felt Bowden embodied. Anyway, so everybody arrives in Mexico and they're excited because I think this is their second time seeing their partner after the reveal. You have, surprisingly, when they were sort of milling around and looking at their places, you had Hannah and Nick D have this funny conversation when he was telling Hannah that, if they ask us about sex, can we try and be vague because I have a brand to maintain? And it's like, you forgot about your brand when you're behaving like a jackass and you're saying all those crazy things in the pods. Now suddenly you've left the pods, you've remembered you've got a brand. Make it make sense. I don't get it. For her to go along with that shows me that she's not all in. She's not all in. Although I think she likes I think she wants to try and see if there's a physical attraction because she was making out with him and he was saying, oh, don't do that, whatever. They agreed that if they do have sex, they won't say it on camera because of his brand. And it's like, why? Is he known for sleeping around? I don't think it's anything to do with a brand. I think it's more about him as a person. We then get to see Gareth and Taylor sort of on a date. They really look cute and authentic. I like them. I feel like if there's any couple that's going to be successful, I think they and Tim and Ashley A are going to be the most successful couples from this season. I might be surprised by other couples, but I think they are the most consistent. I love the fact that they spoke about their mums and, Gareth now is free to ask about her mum because obviously he knows now she's half Asian, half Caucasian. They did speak about the fact that, his mum, her mum, what do they do? What do they like to do? What characteristic traits do they think they embody from their mothers? And so it was really cute to see. It was really interesting. And the fact that, Gareth was very respectful about her dad and saying, do I address him by his surname? What am I supposed to do? And I think he's trying to learn as much as he can before he sort of meets them so that, he comes across very well. I think he really likes her. He actually said that, had it been in the real world, he wouldn't have approached her. But now, he's got this emotional connection. He's having this physical attraction. And the two of them combining makes sense to him as to why they are a perfect match, which I really liked. You had Ashley A and Tyler go on. They were in the pool. They did talk prior about abstinence. So they're abstaining from sex for now, both of them, because they feel like they've just been giving their bodies to people and they don't want to continue to tie their souls to people that they don't have an emotional connection. They believe they've got a strong emotional connection. You can see that there is a physical attraction there. And I like that Tyler said, if people, when my family see you, they won't agree that I proposed to you without seeing you because of the way you look. They'll assume that I knew what you looked like before I proposed. And she said, but we never spoke about how we look like. It's only us and Gareth and Taylor, which tells you that some of these people have gone for physical attraction more than they've gone for an emotional connection. When Love is Blind is based on purely emotional connection, everything else comes after, but emotional connection is what they mainly focus on and what they encourage their participants to focus on. So I love that. I love that they recognize other couples that are in this for the right reasons. So I can't wait to see what happens with that. You had Stephen and, Monica. Stephen and Monica, they're another couple who's just sexually attracted to one another, in my opinion. They might have an emotional connection, but it seems Stephen is ready because he was even talking about, I've already waxed everything I've done. And it's like TMI. We all don't need to hear that. We don't need to imagine you waxing everything on you so that you can get ready for your wife. That's not necessary. She seems attracted to him, so if it works for the two of them, amazing. But my concern is still the fact that I worry that as a black woman, how will she be accepted by his family, given some of the things that he said? He says he's really attracted to her and can't wait to go, but hey, it is what it is. I don't quite understand. Something is a bit off with Alex and Tim, and I'm trying to understand what it is. Because they're busy having a conversation, they're just sitting and they're relaxing. They seem very comfortable around each other. But every time the topic about the dog comes up, Alex feels some type of way. And it's like, did I miss something? I don't want to go back to rewatch the previous episodes to see if I can find out what is going on about this dog, because every time he talks about this dog, she feels some type of way. Is it because she feels like, you know, he loves his dog more than he will ever love anyone? Is that what he said or something? I don't get it. I love their conversations. I like how cute they were. They were talking about, you know, his parents, whether she's going to get to meet them before the wedding or she'll meet them on wedding day. I like that he gave her reassurance and sort of told her that, well, my parents said if I get to this stage with someone, they are willing to drive my sister's car down to come and see me. Oh, that was cute. I really loved that. And so I hope she gets to meet them. I think he's a great guy because he told her that it takes a lot for me to get frustrated or for me to get wound up. So I hope she doesn't try and trigger him, because she sort of said she's very short-tempered. And so if they're like that, then they work better, because one can balance the other one out. But also at the same time, I don't want her to overdo it to such an extent that she ends up frustrating him and then he ends up storming off. I'm not saying she's not a prize, but I hope they do that. You have Hannah and Nick D on their date. Hannah is saying that she's beginning to like Nick D better, but she normally dates people that are bigger than him. And it's like, so what is it about him that you like better now? What has changed suddenly that you like better about him now? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know whether she's trying the physical intimacy first. If that works out, then she's happy to put up with everything else that's missing from him. But I don't get that. I like they had a little cute sort of pool date. And as you know, Love is Blind likes to repeat certain storylines. And so they're going to repeat that, you know, swimming pool scene, because I've seen it in previous seasons. You then have all the couples get ready for bed. And it was cute to see, because you have, you know, Gareth and Taylor. They are in their own little world. They've stolen each other. They know their signs, their tattoos and stuff. And so they're having a conversation about Gareth's sleep routine, whereby he uses a tape on his lips. I don't know why he does that, or maybe it's because he sleeps with his mouth open or something. That was really cute to see. That was really cute to see. And them sort of teasing one another, with Gareth sort of saying to her, "You're wasting my Scotch tape that you're messing about with like that." And she didn't take it seriously, and she didn't seem offended, which made it comfortable for him to sort of do whatever he wanted. I like the fact that when the producers wouldn't leave, they ended up switching off the lights and sort of giving them a hint to like, get out. We want to sleep. And so that was cute to see. Then you switch over to Ashley and Taylor, and they, are holding hands to say a prayer, and it's like, I love it. You have one it's interesting to see the diversity of the couples, in the sense that you have a couple that's all about their faith and spirituality, and are really trying to promote that a lot. And then you have a couple that is sort of multicultural and is really trying to get to know one another and sort of understand each other. The other couples, I'm still confused. I'm still pleasantly confused. I don't know what's going on there. Stephen and Monica get ready for bed. They are in a happy space. Stephen is excited. If Monica wants to, get busy, he's happy to go to get busy. So we'll wait to hear what happens in the morning. So everyone gets ready for bed, Nick and Hannah. You can tell there are couples that are very keen to do the nasty, so they can't wait, for the producers to go away so that they can do whatever they want to do with their partner. You have, Nick and Hannah are ready for bed. They're good. They're in a happy space. And then you have Marissa and Ramses. What do I think? I'm disappointed. I really am disappointed, because for what Love is Blind is all about, they've gone against that premise, in my opinion. Because Love is Blind is, you're supposed to create an emotional connection, and then from the emotional connection, you're supposed to get a physical connection and then move on. Yes, they say they have an emotional connection. I'm not buying it. I really am not buying it, because at the end of the day, I felt her emotional connection was stronger with Boden. But I think the moment that Ramses told her about her star sign and her experience previously with previous partners, or what somebody has told her about people that share the same star sign, she decided to sort of go on lust instead of going on love, because they talk about the fact that they actually had sex. So I don't know how they were sort of able to evade the producers to manage to go and have sex, but they've managed to do that. They seem happy with what happened. You have Marissa already talking about, I can't wait for the next time. And it's like, seriously, are you here to find a romantic connection, or are you here to get a hookup? Why didn't you just go to Tinder, or why didn't you go to Love Island or something like that, where people are more concerned about things like that, or even go to, what do you call it? too hard to handle, because I don't get the idea that you'd come on this show saying that you want a romantic connection, you want an emotional connection that supersedes everything else, and then you do something that goes exactly against that. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't get it, and I'm not buying it. I think their connection, there's a strong possibility that it won't work. That's my opinion. There's a strong possibility that it won't work because of the fact that it's based on lust. I don't think it's based on love. I think they think that they might be in love. There's the idea that they might be in love, but I don't think they are actually in love because of the way they kept going on about the sex and how good it was and how they couldn't wait to do it again. And it's like, I'm confused, because you have, couples that are more sort of invested in their emotional connection. You have couples like Ashley A and Tyler, who are more focused on their spirituality, their emotional connection, and how do they grow that, how do they move on from that. And then you have this couple who's more worried about having sex and when they can have sex again. And it's like, there is no experts or anyone who's going to be able to help you once the two of you sort of go left. So the idea that the two of you think this is ideal doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I feel like you should have continued to grow your emotional connection before you started to venture down this road, because it's all going to end in tears. You then have Nick D having a conversation with Hannah the next day. They appear to have had sex, although they've agreed that they won't bring it up on camera, but Hannah seems very excited, so we can't wait to see what happens with that mess. You have, they're sitting out and they're sort of having a conversation when they see these swans, and Nick decides that he wants to sort of participate. Hannah refuses because she says it gives her the ick, but he still insists that he wants to go ahead and do it. So he goes and, rides these ducks or swans that they look like. They were sort of clayish looking. And then one of the women sort of at the resort offered to participate with him. And he was flirting with her. And it's like, why are you getting upset? Because you could see that Hannah felt some type of way about it. And it's like, why are you upset? You knew who he was before you matched yourself with him. So why are you pretending like this is something new? You knew he was a flirt. The girls told him to leave him alone because he wasn't serious, but you thought you could change him. Now that he's shown you who he is, you're starting to say, oh, why me? Why is he doing this to me? No, you knew he was a jerk. You decided to go ahead and be with him, so you have to deal with what you have. He didn't see anything wrong in what happened. I don't even think he noticed that he was flirting. And it's like, this is the problem. You had sex with him in a few hours ago, and already he's flirting with the next thing available to him. You are your own worst enemy, so you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it, because had you not given him the opportunity to know you that intimately, and had you taken time to know him better, then you wouldn't be in a situation whereby you've got an emotional connection to him. Now you've got a physical connection to him, and he's showing you who he is. And so it's up to you, baby girl. Do you stay or do you leave? Anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 4. Bye guys.